Hey gang, let's do another video. I've just come back from Creswick, got a little bit of colour in the pan. Even went to the Devil's Kitchen, found one of the last holes, got a few flakes there as well. That's after going to Dolly's Creek for the third time and finding nothing. Well, I found a little creek full of mud and lots of grass. I don't know, there are good spots there, but I just can't find them. And in a two-wheel drive old van, I'm not willing to go looking too far to find them. So anyway, while I'm here, quick update on the tomatoes. Probably a little bit hard to see now that I've put some mesh over it to keep those bloody possums, birds and rats away, but hey, it's a happening thing. We've got a few going. Here's one. This has been pretty much picked dry, but there's lots of nice new green ones going. They're good size now. Second lot seem to grow bigger for some reason. This guy's he's pretty much on the way to being an egg. Anyway, the purpose of this video is just to share a couple of updates. Probably by now you'd know I like to have a bit of a scrounge, but even more I like when things actually go well together. So I did sort out the Marine Baby pump under that mesh laundry bag. There is a Marine Baby pump, and it all worked pretty good. It went on a little plastic type of what is a planter tray turned upside down, just to raise it up off the ground a bit to keep the gravel from going into the impeller, which is also got mesh around it. A little bit hard to see, I apologise for that. But what I really want to share is, I really dig this. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but alright, let's go with this. First I'll take off the classifier. So this tub here is what the Marine Baby pump goes into, and then I set up the little river sluice going there, and it recirculates. But what I like is, I really kind of reckon it's cool that closes up, and what is an old fishing rod holder strap actually works out well. This goes into here, and bang, you've got yourself a portable reciprocating sluice system. And the pump's pretty light, so it actually all is quite light. But what I also like is, the dog down the road's going to bark as usual. Good on you, Muddy. That's his name, Muddy. And alright, but what I really kind of like is when things close properly. This guy looks like it's cracked the shits. Let's just fix it and open it up better. So, hey, calm down. The sun's come out. Now during my travels, my daily walk during frickin' lockdown, I came across this, and I believe it's an actual, I'll move it into the shade, I believe it's an actual laundry basket. It was mesh, it still is mesh, funny enough, and yeah, but I just thought, wow, isn't that cool as a classifying tool? So what I did was I put a couple of rulers underneath just to support it, and then what we've got here is we've got the side pieces just so all material goes down to the bottom, and these all threads going across here, well, therefore that's to support this, the next size classifier, which is, I don't know if it's a seed holder or like a bread crate thing, but yeah, I found this as well. And there's two of them actually, one under each other, and it's been garden wired together. And also, I think I've gone to this twice now. Over here in the backyard we have what is old truck gates, side gates, or maybe off a trailer, and I've grabbed a bit of the mesh, and we'll come back over here. And I've put that in the middle bit, because when you're shoveling you're probably going to aim for the middle for some reason. And also this conduit. That's, I've found in a bin around the corner for builders. So what you've got is, you've got a pretty handy classifying system right there. And that works pretty cool. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's practical to take it out with me, but it sure is kind of funny the way things work out sometimes. So I'll just take this off. Like I said, it's literally just some kind of laundry basket. If you happen to know, do let me know in the comments. I've never really seen one before, and if I wanted to buy one, I don't know if I could. But that all kind of fitted in well, and the fact that it just slipped into my tub, which has the pump, it's like a little all-in-one kind of unit. So I was pretty pleased about that, but the actual purpose of this video is not this stuff. It's just more to point out I really dig it when things work out well. So, when things work out well, let's get to it. So what we've got here is, we've got the Wilson bait pump, and it is a really good quality item. And I'm in the good habit of tightening up the wing nut on the inside here about every 10 times I do it, because they do come loose. If you're not careful out in the bush, you will lose it and you'll be up the shit unless you got a spare. So also what we have here is Crevice King attachment. You can buy them on eBay, and they do come with a tube that goes up there. But what I found was there was a lot of backwash happening, and it was really giving me the pips. So I decided, before I connected this tube onto this other sleeve section of pipe, I decided to cut this and just make it flush. So when it goes in, you go out into your bucket or your pan, whatever, none of this material sloshing around and making things backwash and pressure within. It's easier just to cut it off and then just have it go straight out. That was my opinion. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to point out this guy here. Came from Bunnings. It's a $2 attachment, and it's normally got a flat bit on top, but what happens is eventually they break. But you'll notice as you use it over time, the little separators, for want of a better term, they type of turn over, and so you get the same effect. And when you're bait pumping, it's literally like a little I'll call it classifier, I'm not quite, a filter maybe is a better term. So it filters out all the large rocks and only lets the smaller material get in. And if you're getting nuggets that are bigger than this, well geez, you're probably not sitting here watching my video. So anyway, so that's all pretty good. So you know, that's something you can buy from Bunnings for $2, and you'll need the other piece of pipe, which I think is something like about $8, and I use it. I've used it for a few attachments. So that's all pretty good. So let's keep going with the hey, it happens to work well theme. And as I wander the streets aimlessly, I sometimes find things that I think, hey, I can use that. So what I was having trouble with was getting these bastards off. They always stick, and you can't just spin them off. You use the shovel edge, and sometimes it breaks the plastic. I've had it happen to me before. And I was thinking of an O-ring that you slide down to get things off. It'd have to be a pretty tight fit, but bang, and off it comes like a slide hammer. But I was walking along and I actually found a cyclone fence coupling. And as you can see, the diameter is pretty handy. It actually wasn't when I first found it, but I laid it down, hit it with the hammer a couple of times, and then whammo. Look at that. I'm not sure how well you see this, but that is a pretty good fit, and with the idea being bang, bang, bang. So without further ado, I'm going to put the camera in a spot that hopefully picks up me using it like a slide hammer. So let's give it a go and just see what happens. Job done. Couldn't be easier. And as I said, it doesn't break this section here as well. So yeah, cyclone fence coupling. Use it, be smart, work smart, not hard if possible. So anyway, that's an update. Tomatoes are good. Look at this one, this plant here. He's got a few hiding underneath there. And this stuff here, it's an actual wedding veil from an opportunity shop, but so far it's kept the possums, birds and frickin' rats away. So it's good to have something going in the garden. It's good to have tools that work. It's good to have things that actually just come together. Sometimes you may not even use them, but you've got to try, and it keeps your mind ticking over. And this guy here is a ripper. Like I said, as a filter when you're bait pumping, you get such better material come up into the Wilson pump, which I highly recommend. I did make my own, but I'm actually, the Wilson was heavier, and I left it in the van a few times in preference to use my own, and I actually prefer the Wilson. I don't mind the extra little bit of weight if it actually does its job really well. And the Marine Baby pump, look, it is a ripper. It's 4.7 amps, I think, from memory. but I have ordered a smaller, less powerful one because I was finding this one was a little bit too good. And for what I want, I've decided to tone it down a little. So if I ever win lotto and buy a yacht, well, I'll have a spare bilge pump. But beyond that, what can I say? We're here in Melbourne, come back from Creswick, Slady's Creek, got a few flakes. Interesting to say that it's actually still got a tiny little bit of flow, and I'm not sure if that's typical of most summers, but for me, my first summer of prospecting, I've discovered that you can even go up to Slady and get a bit during summer, in February of all the months. So this is good. All right, I'll leave you with it. Thanks for watching. See ya.